the PC podcast. We are so excited that you decided to listen in to our conversation tonight. It is currently a solid 11:53 p.m. And here we are recording this.
Ready to have a fun time.
So we decided that this one would be like a get to know you segment of our podcast. By the way, if you're confused about our voices, I'm Emily, the one that's been talking.
Yeah, I'm Abby. And so, yeah, do you want to say anything else before we jump right in?
No, I think we should jump into our questions. We have some interesting questions.
They're kind of like quirky.
Ew.
Not intentionally. We're not like other girls.
No, they have a vibe.
They're
a theme.
Yeah, they're kind of different from like normal get to know you questions. So, I don't know. Those just kind of get like, you don't care about just
that.
Overused.
We understand you don't care about those.
Yeah.
So, we decided to go a little different with our get to know you episode. We figured it was sort of a mandatory element of a podcast. Anyway, they really don't care. They just want to hear the questions.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Ew. Okay. How about you ask the questions?
Okay, so the first question is, what color do you talk in? And I would have to say, I don't really think about that, but I feel like, I don't know, like, I'm really feeling green, but I don't know, like, what shade of green.
Oh, I think I talk in purples, and the reason for that is I have, like, sometimes I have, like, this very lecture-esque tone, like, very, research tone, which is more of, like, a grayish purple, I would say. But then sometimes, like, I have this very, like, passionate...
Like, pinkish purple?
Just, like, mauve of just, like, this deep, almost aggressive tone.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like green because, like, I don't know, yellow's, like, bright and cheery.
Right.
And then, like, but blue's kind of, like, I don't know, like, fun. And also, like, that kind of, like, mysterious also. I don't know, green's just, like...
The vibe.
Yeah.
And you were born on St. Patrick's Day, so you
gosh.
sort of have to be green.
That's true. Not lime green, though. Lime green's kind of gross.
Lime green was, like, 2015.
Not calling you out, lime green, but you're disgusting.
2015. Stay in 2015, lime green, please.
Get out of here.
You.
New decade, new me.
New decade, new colors.
Alright. So the next question is, what songs do you think people remember you by?
You go first. Okay, I just want to preface that I am not a music person. Like, I listen to one artist and, like, maybe musicals, if I listen to music.
Yeah.
So, Abby's the one that this question really applies to.
I don't know. I can't, there's just so many songs that I know, and they all kind of have, like, different vibes. I couldn't really, like, say one, and I don't, like, remember me by, I don't know. It's not like they would know the song, I guess. I don't know. But I feel like a song that really fits my vibe,
Mine's an Ed Sheeran song.
I kind of...
Like, 100%.
I really like Wallows. Their songs are great. Like, they have, like, this rock vibe, but also, like, kind of chill.
Like, they're considered indie rock.
Yeah. So I really like their song Trust Fall, because it kind of has both of those into one. But, like, their whole new album, Nothing Happens, is really good. So you should listen to it if you like indie rock. So
I don't listen to a lot of music, as I said before, but I do listen to a lot of Ed Sheeran.
That's true.
Like, I just like all of his songs, especially his older songs, not really applying to his newer songs, but a lot of his older songs have the same, like, vibe and the same tone. So when you listen to, like, a playlist of all of his songs, they all fit together. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite songs from him is Supermarket Flowers. And I think it's just because, I don't know, I like songs that tell a story to me. And his songs tend to do that. So I think, anyone who thinks of songs would probably think of an that's what I would think. However, people have, like, said that multiple different songs remind them of me.
Maybe, like, Taylor Swift for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of feel that vibe.
Aggressive.
That's what I'm getting.
Salty in her songs.
I mean...
No kidding. Okay.
Oh. Okay, so next is radio or MP3. And
speaking of songs.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So I would have to say the obvious choice is radio out of the two. Because...
Well, does MP3, like, mean, like, downloaded songs? Like Spotify?
Yeah,
does that count? I feel like that's what MP3 sort of means.
I mean...
Because no one listens to MP3 music.
But I feel like...
I think it's just downloaded music.
I like Spotify and, like, streaming my own music and picking what I listen to. But then again, like, I'm too lazy to make playlists with, like, the songs I'm listening to right now. Oh. So I'll just, like, listen to one album on repeat. So I feel like I would prefer radio because, like, they give you, like, different songs to listen to.
Yeah.
And, like, but I feel like I need a radio of my music tastes. Oh. So AKA I just need to make new playlists on Spotify.
Okay, mine is radio too, but for completely different reasons. I think that, again, I don't often listen to music, but when I do, it's either, like, playlists I've already created and don't update, or it's the radio. And I do believe that there is an aesthetic, there's a vibe to listening to radio in the car.
Yeah, listening, the radio just itself with, like, the little, I don't know, it's just, like, but... It's just a lot of, like, pop songs. Yeah, and
here's
I'd
the
rather
thing, I don't
like,
listen,
my taste in music.
That's not what I like to listen to, like, the rock stations. The rock stations. Here's the thing with the radio. If I'm listening to the radio, it has to be songs that I don't know.
True. 'Cause, like, well, it depends on the song. Like, if you like the song, then I'd keep it on, but... If you know it and, like, it's totally overplayed, like, switch off of that, please.
Yeah, I'm just saying, okay, for me, it's radio. If it's not pop music, not into that, and it's songs that I don't necessarily know already. Like, there's a certain aesthetic and, like, vibe and want for me to listen to music, but not feel compelled to listen to the lyrics or to like know the words. You
know what's so annoying with
just listen
radio though? Like when you find a song that you're like, oh, this like I love this song, but then like they never tell you what the song is or like who wrote it, and then you have to like try to remember lyrics or stuff and like what it sounds like.
But you're just vibing,
so you don't like catch the lyrics.
Okay, everyone count how many times we say vibe in this podcast.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be so
It's
annoying.
Already...
I'm really sorry,
music
everyone.
Just... I vibe to that. Hopefully we stop talking about music a lot.
I wish I was more into music, but I'm not.
I feel... Music just like... I don't know, you can convey like so many emotions in it, and you just like sit there thinking like... Wow, like, this is crazy. But also, like, you can listen to the same song just as background music and, like, not just even think about it. I just think it's so crazy. And even, like, now, like, with digital music, like, when you think about it, all we had, like, I don't know, like, music had just become so, like, constant in our lives, just as background music. And when you think about it, like, in the, like, 1950s or whatever, like, you didn't really listen to a lot of music like that. But now people are, like, AirPods and headphones and whatever, Bluetooth speakers, like, music's just everywhere. Like, some people can't even do homework without music. So I think it's just, like, crazy how, like, universal it can be and stuff.
Yeah, I do think music has become a way of, like, numbing.
Yeah.
But I also think that while it can convey emotions, it also, like, is a way for people to block their emotions so they don't have to necessarily think, and I think there's a danger in that, and clouding your thoughts That's so true. Often. Anyway, I mean, I'm sure they don't actually really care about their thoughts about their radio.
True.
We're so boring.
Yeah, we're just talking about
I think we literally talked about the radio for like 8 minutes.
Probably. We need to stop talking about music questions. Okay, the next question is... Oh, this is not a music question, so
Finally,
we're like...
something I know about.
What movie character would you choose to be your parent, and why?
Because I feel like this is so bad, this is so hard because, like, is it strictly movie, or can it be, like, movie book adaptations?
Well, that's a movie.
Okay, because...
I just can't think of any movies, like, right now.
If so... This sounds really nerdy. Mine would be Marmee from Little Women. I mean, my mom's great, so she's basically my Marmee, but...
Oh, now I can't say that answer. That was really good.
I love Marmee. If you've never watched Little Women, there's 3 adaptations. There's one...
Probably more.
There's an older one from the late... 20th century, and then there's a modern version that came out just like last year, like 2019, and then they just came out with one Christmas 2019, so just now, and
it's awesome.
I love Little Women. I'm a huge fan of the book and the movies and what they stand for and the message they portray, especially the recent one. So if you have sisters, particularly, especially if you have sisters, it's a moving story. Yeah. So Marmee is the mother character in those books, and in the book and in the movies, and I would 100% want her to be my movie character parent. Could you think of a dad?
I'm trying to think of movies.
Okay, like, you know what would, like...
In. I would say Mr. Bingley is cool.
Ugh.
He is my favorite.
Can we not be nerdy? How about,
True.
like,
I'm
oh my
trying
gosh.
to think of other movies.
How about Captain Jack Sparrow?
Ooh, he'd be a bad dad.
Okay, but he'd be a great uncle.
True. Dad. Yeah. Good uncle, bad dad.
Bad dad.
Bad dad.
Not a good dad.
He'd be like the fun uncle that you're like kind of just know not to actually like listen to, but like you still hang with him just to, you know, have a fun time.
That is true. I don't know. Yeah,
I can't think of any movies right now.
I mean, like Harry Potter. I don't know.
Sirius Black would be a cool dad.
He would be a good dad.
He's lit. I hate that I say that. I'm trying... Oh, these are all, like, book movies.
I know, because we're nerdy.
But I can't really think of any other movies. I haven't watched a lot.
I mean, okay, I can't remember the guy, but the guy from Night at the Museum.
The, like, main dude?
Yeah, the security guard.
Why? I feel like his name is, like, Patrick, but I know it's not. It's not Patrick.
In the film. I feel like he'd be...
Larry. His name is Larry. He'd be a good dad. He is a good dad in the second movie, is it?
And the first one.
The first one.
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
You know who else?
Tomater. Tomater would be a good dad.
That's kind of true.
It's completely true.
He's
I
got
want
the
Tomater to be my dad.
I was gonna say, I would also want my parents to be, I forget their names, but, the, like, husband and wife in 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, I just recently watched that movie
it's
and I love it so much.
It's like literally my aesthetic, even though it's
honestly,
not an aesthetic.
Though, if you guys ever want to watch like a movie just for the looks of it, 101 Dalmatians all the way.
It's the
I just love that movie.
The 2D animation and like the dogs are just so cute and like just how
the voices are good too.
And like just like
they're
the
so
outfits
cute.
and stuff,
yes,
and all the scenery,
and
like when they're in the snow.
100%.
Oh, it's just so cute.
I can get behind that one. Yes.
I'd want. I don't know. They're not really.
Have a 101 Dalmatians movie night. I guarantee it will. Post it on Visco.
Oh, don't do that. No Visco.
Anyway, okay. That was a really good answer. That was a good one.
I love
That's
that
also
movie.
a book. If you want a good book, 101 Dalmatians is a great book.
Yeah, it's like an older. The movie's not the exact same thing, so it's like you're not reading the exact same thing as the movie. You're not
reading the movie script.
But there's a copy at our local library, and it's
an old book.
It's an old copy, and it's like
there's just
got the covers just like so
a vibe. Yeah. It's a real vibe.
It just
100% recommend.
That movie's my aesthetic. Okay, moving on. If people floated instead of walking, how far off the ground would you be? I feel like I'd be like, kind of like, I don't know. But like sometimes with like superheroes that can just like fly, they just kind of like hover off the ground just a little bit. Like I would do that. Like I wouldn't want to fly high, but I just want to like be relaxing, like kind of leaning back, kind of in like a sitting, lounging, and just hovering. Just like
I agree. Here's the thing though, is like if I did it, I would still walk, but I would walk on air.
Oh, really?
Because like if you float, I feel like that's just, there's something so dynamic about walking. Do you know what I'm saying? There's something just so, like, powerful in a stride. This is Emily's midnight plus 8 minutes thoughts.
Plus 8 minutes.
So I just think that there's a look to walking. Imagine, like, floating, you're, like, just straight, and you're just floating forward. Your arms aren't even moving. Like, if you're floating on air and you're walking on air,
but that'd be the norm. Like if
just
everyone
floating.
could float. Yeah, well, it's not like you're like stiff as a board. Like, you're kind of relaxed. You're just like chugging along. But like, I feel like if you're walking in the air, like you'd look like a fish, because like you can't really like put your foot on anything, so like you'd be floating and just like moving your limbs, and that would just look weird.
See, I was thinking that you float on a linear plane like a ground.
Oh, well, if you float instead of walking, I'm thinking like you're levitating. No, like
I was thinking more, you're on
like there's an invisible ground above the ground.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Well, I don't know.
Thoughts.
I feel like
concepts.
That's not what the question is asking, ma'am.
I'm just saying it all depends on where your center of gravity is. But like, also, are you floating from your middle or are you floating from your feet?
I feel like
are you
from your feet. You know what I don't get? Like Superman, when he flies, he like goes into his little like Superman position with his arms out and stuff. Like, I get that that's aerodynamic, but like if you can go as fast as you want, like why wouldn't you like do like just lay on your back and like relax,
Why wouldn't you just lounge in the air?
You know,
that's
like,
just not
why would you go like...
There's nothing powerful about lounging.
You gotta...
Determined.
He fights crime all the time. He's gotta take time for himself. Gotta relax.
Okay. Question 9.
Self-care. Is your phone charged enough?
Mine is at 22%.
This is it. Well, yours is
it literally
in.
died.
Mine is at 59%, and it's on low power mode, so we're doing good. Here's the thing. I like my phone charged because I feel safe with my phone, you know? There's a lot of things that you need to text people about, especially since I can't drive, so I need someone to pick me up every day. But recently, I've been getting better. Normally, if it was at like 60%, I would start panicking. But like now, it can be at like 19, and I'll be like, oh, I'm fine, you know?
See,
But I have to have low power mode on.
I'm the opposite. I'll leave my phone places. I'll forget my phone. My phone will die. I will forget to respond to texts. Or I just won't because it's just so much thinking.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I'm just like not as tied to it.
For me, sometimes I'll be texting someone and then like I'll text a response, but I won't send it. So they think like you're ignoring them, and then like you think you send it, so like you like end the conversation for the day, but like you really like don't send the response, so like it's been a day.
I do that all the time. Like I'll write it in the text box and then I'll think I send it. I'll think I send it, but I don't, and then I'll be like mad, like why haven't they responded?
Yeah.
And then I realize the problem is me. Literally, the problem is always me.
But like
a lot of things.
Every time you do that, and then you send it after you realize, like you can't say, "Oh no, like I forgot to send this." Like
yes, I mean,
you could, but like you don't.
I never do.
Yeah, you don't ever do that. And I feel like if someone sent that to me, I'd be like, sure, okay, like
I don't know. I feel like
fancy that story.
I don't know. I do that all the time, so
I know.
Okay, anyway, next question.
What book do you need to read?
Okay, this question is easy for me because literally they're both right here.
Oh, right.
I'm on like chapter 4. Okay, a new Jane Austen movie's coming out, Emma. I'm so excited. It's a comedy. But I've never read Emma before by Jane Austen, so I'm reading it right now. Irma, get to the water.
That was a close
one. Anyway.
I can't even do that.
Hashtag H2O. Anyway, like chapter 4 of Emma, and to those of you who think that reading like classics is hard, it's actually not as intense as you think it is.
I mean, I read Pride and Prejudice a couple of years ago, and I don't know, sometimes, like, you just need to know what's, like, going on, so, like, watching the movie adaptation before that really helped me, but I'm sure, like, if I actually, like, didn't know what was going on and, like, was reading it for the first time, I would have, like, actually tried to figure it out and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I didn't really need to.
Yeah, so mine is Emma, and then on my bedside table right now, I'm seeing it right now, Angels and Demons by
Dan
Brown. It's actually it's the first book in the Da Vinci Code series. And I'm into 2 different kinds of books. I'm into like classics and specifically like romantic classics.
Yeah.
Or like historically based romantics or fantasy based romantics, and then I'm into like adventure novels and like Indiana Jones and Pirates of the Caribbean, you know, like those sorts of vibes. So it's like almost those polar opposite feels.
Yeah.
I'm not into realistic fiction.
Yeah, that can get a little redundant. Like, I read some that were good, but, like, none of the realistic fiction books I've ever read were, like, so good that I'd be like, oh, you need to read this. Like, I don't know, they just don't really spark that in me.
The one realistic fiction that I read and enjoyed was Waiting for Normal, because I think it addresses so many, like, intense topics, but in a way that like a middle schooler can understand. Yeah. So if you're into realistic fiction, I actually really enjoyed that book.
Yeah, that being said, there were some that I actually did like. I mean, I don't, you don't remember all your books you read, but that does spark one. I read, I don't know what it is called. It's something about drowning.
Oh, you read it this year.
Or last year. But it was really,
drowning's in the title. It's not actually about drowning.
No, well, kind of.
Metaphorically
it kind of plays a role. There is metaphorical drowning and like actual drowning, but she doesn't die. But it's
spoiler, dang.
Well, I mean, she's telling a story, but I would recommend it, but it's really it goes really deep, and yeah.
So what book do you need to read?
Oh, what book do I need to read? Well, I have one sitting in my backpack from a book club I'm in, and I have not read one word of it. It's a new book by Ruta Sepeti, I don't know. Yeah, it's historical fiction.
Was she the one that wrote Salt to the Sea? Yeah.
And it's about, I think it's Spain after, like, a war or something.
That's interesting.
I know, it sounded really interesting, but I just didn't read it over break, and now it's finals, so I don't really have time. And I feel bad because, like, then at the end we discuss it, like, every month, but
just
I haven't read. Yeah, I'll see if I can read more. Okay. Next question is, do you like feeling tall? And here's the thing. For me, it really depends on the situation. Like, if I feel, like, confident, and if I feel superior to people, I like feeling tall. Like, and I feel like you just feel tall because you're seeing yourself as, like, just, like, superior to them, I guess, and as, like, dominant, I suppose, but I don't...
Which sounds bad, but that's...
Yeah, but, like, if you're, like, talking to small children, or, like, your younger siblings or something, you want to feel tall. But I do not like feeling tall if, like, if you're in a new situation, and, like, sometimes, I don't know, I'm not really that tall, so I wouldn't really feel tall, but, like, sometimes I feel like feeling tall, like, I don't know, that could relate to, like, feeling out of place, like, I don't know, like...
It's subjective. Feeling tall is subjective.
Like, I feel like if you walk into a new place and, like, I don't know, like, you're the only girl, or, like, you're wearing different kinds of clothes than everyone, I don't know, it really depends on, like, what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And, like, how confident I am, and how comfortable I am with, like, the people there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm short. So, I wear heels, actually, quite a bit. Actually less now, because I have to do a lot of outdoor walking.
True.
Because I'm on a campus.
And it's, like, snowy right now.
Yeah.
That's a little tough terrain.
But I do think that there's a sort of power in feeling tall.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting concept, but it's been that way historically for the longest time. I mean, think about like David and Goliath, or even Shakespeare wrote about, in Midsummer's Night Dream, Helena says, though I be little, I am fierce. Or they say that about her. Anyway, I do think there's a cultural power in being tall. And it's an unconscious thing, but that is just what it is.
Yeah.
So, I mean, generally, if you want to feel powerful, you'd want to feel tall, and you'd like to feel tall. But if you don't want to feel powerful, then you'd rather not feel tall.
Yeah.
I think that's just what it boils down to.
That is very true.
Anyway, okay.
The easy answer.
Our last 3 questions are would you rather questions. So we're going to say our answers at the same time.
And then
3,
are we
2,
going to
1,
explain?
answer. Quickly, because how many people are going to listen to us talking for 35 minutes?
Well, I don't know. Maybe you could put it on 2-speed. Teehee. Okay.
Ew.
Ready?
Not everyone's you.
Yeah, I listen to videos on 2-speed because I can understand that, and also I get through them faster, so yeah.
I don't.
Well, I do.
Anyway, go.
Okay, would you rather be the night sky or day sky? Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Day
Night
sky.
Oh, you want to be day sky?
Okay, because
Okay.
with all the light pollution there is, night sky isn't even relevant now. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't see the stars anymore.
I mean...
So I'm saying that day sky, to me also, I think day is just less scary.
Yeah. Well, I'd say night sky because, like, everyone sees the day sky and, like, it's just so, like, plain. But, like, night sky, well, no offense to you, but night sky, I don't know. I feel like it's just different and that, like...
But here's the thing about night sky. I don't think that it's different. I think day sky is more unique because every day the sky is different. Like, it could be gray today and then tomorrow it's bright blue.
Yeah.
Night sky is always black, period.
But I feel like, if you want the night sky, like, you gotta, like... If you live in a big city or whatever, like, and you want the night sky, you gotta, like, seek it out, And it can be, like, so pretty to, like, different people, like, in different parts of the world, like, all the, like, northern lights and stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel like night sky is just, like, and it just, like, fun. Like, just looking at the night sky, I don't know, just, like, even if you're not seeing stars and you're seeing, like, blinking satellites or whatever, it's just so,
or
like,
a skyline.
Weird. You just, like, look at it and you're like, there's just so much out there and I'm just a tiny speck of dust, but, like...
That is true.
Literally, the world would be so different if I wasn't in every single situation I was. Like, everything would be, like, so off if one person in this world wasn't here.
Yeah. The night sky does spark existential thoughts.
Yeah, so that's why I like night sky.
Okay, next one.
Okay, would you rather be sky or the earth?
Oh, hold on, I have to think about this one. That one's
hard.
That one's rough.
I'm going with my gut.
I got it.
Ready? 3, 2.
They're gonna be different.
1. Sky.
Earth. Okay, I said Earth because Earth has so much texture. I think there's just so much to Earth and its diversity. And I really appreciate Earth. I think that
just like the grounded feeling and just nature.
Well,
just,
I
like,
just
the
think
simplicity.
And yet the complexity, I think, is just so intriguing to me. But it's a hard choice.
Yeah,
it's a hard choice.
I would say, I don't know, I'd say sky just because, like, everyone just, like, if you're, like, in the earth, like, or not in the earth, on the earth, I don't know, you just kind of take it for granted.
I do think,
don't really understand, but, like, the sky, like, everyone, I don't know, like, longs for it, and just, I don't know, just looking at it, like, I don't know. You just
I think
find
that
your purpose in life.
Picking Earth is sort of picking the known, while picking sky is picking the unknown.
And I feel like sky just like the sky's the limit unknown. And everything, like Elsa. It just like I don't know, like it just I don't know.
Yes,
it just
got it.
Exerts a passion, and I enjoy that.
Okay, last one. We promise you guys
last one. What? Which one?
That wait, there's 2 more.
2 more? Or should we
just do one more? That one doesn't even
The other one is an obvious choice. Anyway. Okay.
Are you sure? I would pick Earth. Oh. Okay, anyway, and it doesn't even matter.
Okay, would you rather be the moon or the sun?
Rather be?
Yeah. I'm not really thinking in terms of, like,
being.
I'm the moon. I'm thinking of terms of, like what, I don't want to say vibe, but, like, the vibes and, like, the, like, traits of each one.
Okay, got it.
You know, yeah, kind of like that. And, like, what, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
3.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Moon. I wouldn't want to be the sun. Like, that just sounds so boring. And you're
I just think
so
the
bright.
sun is too bright for our personalities. I think we're both, like, deeper thinkers and more...
That's true.
Like, we have deeper minds in a lightness and a darkness. Well, I think the sun is just too brazen for us.
I feel like the sun is just, like, it can be pretty with, like, sunsets and, like, sunrises.
I do like those. Yes,
but I feel like, I don't know, it just becomes, like, not bland, but, like, I feel like the moon, just, like, how it, like, waxes and wanes and stuff, and how it has the different phases.
It is commendable, yeah.
Yeah, and it just, like, also, like, I just, like, the fact that people have been there, just is cool, like, to think about when you look at the moon.
In theory. We're not going into that.
Is it actually real?
personally believe that people have been
on the next episode.
Is
the moon landing real?
No, we're not qualified to talk about that. Actually, I think picking the sun is actually commendable. I think it might, I don't know, maybe I do fit more of the sun. I think, like, the softness of the sunset and the sunrise, but in contrast to the brazenness of noon, sorry. I do think.
I don't know. I just feel like I'm more of a night person. I just day just, like, the schedules get, like, well, I rely on schedules, but, like, they just get so repetitive, and I feel like night is just, like, just time to, like, relax, and I don't know.
Speaking of relaxing, it's a solid
it's probably been
12:28, so
you know,
if you made it to the end, snaps to you. Thank you.
We appreciate that.
I think one of these next times it'd be interesting for you guys to join the conversation. So, let us know. Reach out to us if any of you want to join our conversations, or if we should have like Q&As
or topics.
You want, send us topics. About. So, thanks for chatting with us.
Yeah. Sticking along,
and we'll talk to you next time.